Thanks for checking out SYMFONI on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe and like our videos for updates.
The main purpose of North Central People's Forum is just to make sure the zone, which is the North Central that comprises 6 states plus Abuja, is not shortchanged in the Nigerian project. That is the major thing, basically. And we believe that we hold this country together. We own the River Niger, River Benue, and the bridge that brings the North and South together. Without North Central, no Nigeria, as far as we're concerned. And we are not boasting about it. It's a fact on the ground. And we believe that we have not been given our rightful place in this country. We were told by one of our leaders when we visited him, he said, do you know that since the beginning of democracy, that the votes that comes from North Central is more than Southwest. But the noise of Southwest is enormous because they have the press. So, you see, if we are doing things about votes, about population, then why should we just not be given our compensation? Most of the hydros that supplies this country light, it's here in this country. Agricultural produce, everything. So we believe that's the main reason, is mainly for social, economic, it's not political. You know, in the forum we have people from all parties, not just even the 2 major parties. We have them, all the political parties are there. So it's non-partisan. And that's why you see somebody that is of APC, stalwart, PDP, everybody is there because we're saying the same thing as far as this forum is concerned. And if you look at the ethnic coloration, Southwest, basically Yorubas, Southeast, majorly Igbos, even South, about 70% are aegis, as you know. So as far as we are concerned, it is only in North Central you have almost 200 ethnic groups, you know, together. And majority are, in fact, all are minorities. They are all minority tribes. So we believe that this should be a strength, not a weakness. And that's what we believe coming together will give us our rightful place in this country. So that's what NCPF stands for. And I would like a situation where recently there is this agitation that the presidency should come to one part of the country, specifically the South. We believe this is dividing the country more than ever before, because what we should be looking for, who is competent, who can take this country, you know, progressively to the promised land. I think we should be able, what some people are saying is of the past, that social region should have it. Also, if you see, by the time we do the arithmetic, I don't know how many of us watched the channels of yesterday, when there was analysis of those people that have been president. They analyzed that of the military and that of the civilian. If you look at the civilian, the South had done more days so far than even the North. The analysts were there on the television. So what is the cry? I think at this moment, anybody can say anything, but for us, we believe in competency. Who is the right person that can do it is what Nigeria should go for. Because to say it should be to the North or to the South, it's like we're dividing this country sharply again and again. So the analysis that channels did yesterday was so loving because they're facts. Politically, of course, you see, military rule is to nullity as far as we're concerned because it's an aberration, it's not normal, You know, some people carry gun, risk their life. So whoever that has been there for that, for lovers of democracy, they will never count that as part of, you know. When you now do the analysis of that of civilian regime, you discover that even the South have done more days than that of the North, you know. And okay, we have three presidents from the North so far. That is the present president, Yaradua, and what's the name? Shagari. These are the three since inception in 1999 that we have democracy. And if you look at the South, we have them too. We have President Obasanjo, President Jonathan, and we have President Shenakon. You see, when you look at it, but when you look at the number of days they have spent, even the South has spent more. So if you look at it, it balances in a way, 3-3. So, but I will not go into that. I think we should stop dividing this country by saying this side or that side is the one. Let us look for whoever, even if it is from the minority of minority, that has the credibility and the know-how to move this country. The pedigree, we have to look at all of this. There are criteria, because somebody must have been this or that and know what has been able to do at one point or the other, or he or she rather, it could be a woman. So for me, I think it's about competency, you know, and have the what it takes to be president of this country, and destabilize for that matter, because it's not a matter of that, okay, why this? So if I'm from the south of Nigeria and I become president, then most of the things I want to do will be to my place. Then when do we grow up? This century? I think we should jettison this idea of a particular zone, you know, because even if you look at it, the arithmetic, those people that have been president, 2 are from Katsina, 1 is from Sokoto. So what are we saying here? If you want to do it on the zonal basis, even within the geographical north, we're shortchanged. I mean, that is the truth. So, because the analyses are there, you know, very, very clearly. So for me, I think we should try as much as possible to see who is the right person that can rule this country. And I think that is, we even, okay, I mean, the Constitution never talk about North-South in terms of presidency or even any position for that matter. And until we have the right person, not only for the presidency, for all positions in this country, you know, in terms of even ministers, even vice president, let us get people when we have them. It's politics, political patronages that is spoiling that is not making things to work. You have a professional, you know, for a particular field, you look for somebody that because it belongs to my party. In your party, there are people that are good. You don't say because we want to move the country forward. So I think this is what we need to do. Then we have the NCPF is to organize a security summit. We're supposed to do it 15th of this month, but we shifted it for some good reasons. And I want to tell you that the reason, it's going to be around September, God willing. And what we want to talk about is to make sure we are all secure in this country. Well, we're organizing in North Central, but I believe it's going to, whatever we're going to discuss will affect all regions of this country. And because without peace, there can't even be politics before you talk of the economy, you know. So it is the basis by which we want to call professionals and the people in government to talk about what is happening in each of their states. That, I mean, I'm talking of North Central now. And I want to assure you, our governors are very much ready to assist us to see that all of these things are done properly and very well. And I'm sure you press will be invited when the time comes for this. So but those are the purpose of North Central people and our belief and our aspirations to make sure this country is worth living, and we are all proud of it as a country. Thank you very much.
In his conception, he said he just make up...
See, before, when they... Let me first of all clear this. The number one, North Central is part and parcel of the North. And I want to, the second to the last question, which talk about Middle Belt, I would like to clear this very well. People have been mixing it up. North Central is quite different from Middle Belt. And I believe some of you, because you know the story. What I'm trying to say is that North Central is about a zone. We have 6 geopolitical zones that is recognized in this country. Middle Belt is just about the minorities, whether we are from Sokoto, from Kebbi, from Taraba, they are Middle Belts. No boundary in that part. We are not against them. They have the right, but we believe, we in North Central believe that the purpose by which Middle Belt was formed had been lost long time ago, because the fathers of Middle Belt, they were right, because they felt the people of the North that are minorities should pull themselves together for just what we are doing now. That is the purpose, I mean, basic. But the moment you give it another coloration to say, okay, fine, you've heard, the Middle Belt have gone to the South to say they are supporting them. Who? Who? How? I don't understand. Who are the people? Because which means to say, because if you say the Middle Belt, their members are in all the northern 17, they said 17 out of 19, northern state, they are in the Middle Belt. So which means all the North are in it. But we want to separate this and make it very clear, very, very clear. Every zone have their own ways of doing things. Southwest, Southeast, Northeast, and all that. This is North Central, pure. And I want to tell you, we have the support of our governors, total. I'm not, you can make your findings. So it's not a matter of just doing it. It's a forum to fight for the right of the zone. So I don't want us to mix the Middle Belt affair with this. So Middle Belt, they have their own ways, and we're not quarreling with them. They do it as they wish. Good luck. But that's one thing I want to correct. Then, when we said the zoning before now, 2011, 2015, was that the North wanted, agitations will always come. And you ask a question, who are the people? Is it a political party? Is it a group? Anybody can form a group. Even now, there are still some groups that say it must remain in the North. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, there are groups and there are groups. But I want to define the position of this forum. This forum, for instance, the people that came before now, it's like a committee. A standing, an ad hoc, not even standing, an ad hoc committee on publicity of this security summit that came here. I am here as a scribe of, and the administrative head of North Central. So please don't mix it. So whatever they say, yes, you can even correct them that, look, why did you say this, why did you say that? But fine. But whatever you hear from me, or the chairman of BOT, or chairman of, those are the things that we stand for. We have a constitution. So I'm talking by what we stand for. So I don't want that comparison. So what I'm saying now is that agitation can always be from any quarter, that this zone, first of all, we, North Central People's Forum, do not believe in this, in what the Southern governors said, that presidency must come 2023 to the south. That's our position, because it's polarizing this country the more. So competency, we know what it, of course there are competent persons from all the 774 local government of this country, of human being, professors, doctors, everywhere. So competency is a generalized thing, because all of us have got it. All the tribes, all the zones, all the states. But again, are we having those kind of characters in government? The answer is no. That's why we're here to where we are today. And you know it better than I do. So let us put the facts straight. Because if we don't, then we don't love this country. So that's why we say competency. We know what competence is. We don't need to define it. You know. So before 2011, 2015, when some people are agitating that it must come to the, now we say we want to throw away. It is not NCPF. NCPF was not even born then. So we are saying what we believe in and what can make this country a better place. That's what we are talking about. Then when you talk about our position, the position of NCPF is that Nigeria as a country needs the right person, which we know what right person means, to manage this country. Detribalized, irrespective of wherever that person comes from. That is our position. And we maintain it as an organization. And I'm saying this is what we stand for. And we do not expect, even if some northern governors now come out and say we want in the north, we will say the same thing. That don't polarize this country. This country is too good to continue staying in one point. Irrespective of what? I mean, look at it. You see people, they say, when you are filling form, say, what's your state of origin? What's your local government? They should remove all of this. You are a Nigerian, first and foremost. Because when we go out, they won't know whether you are a Benin man or you are a Yoruba man. Nigerian, like those people, those very little people that are spoiling our names out there, outside. You know, they don't call them whether they are from Kwara or they are from Yobe. They say they are Nigerians. So, for God's sake, I think we need to, our heart needs to be born again about being a nationalist, a Nigerian, first and foremost. And that's what we stand for. And anything short of that, I think we're not moving anywhere. And that's a fact.
Okay, so one more question, sir. My question on state of emergency, sir.
You say on the case of
emergency, do you subscribe to declaring state of emergency on Kaduna?
Oh yeah, no. Well, you see,
just give me one question. Maybe another one. Yeah. Go ahead. You said emergency, huh? Yes. Yes, sir.
But
no, he will respond. Yeah, he will respond.
I will.
Yes.
All right. My question is that one of your sons from the North Central, Governor,
for 2023, will you support, sir? Thank you.
Another question?
Okay.
We'll take the applicant.
Okay. Well, about state of emergency, you see, there is a governor in place in Kaduna, government in place in Kaduna, and they know best what, you see, fortunately, Kaduna is not part of North Central in the first instance. If it's North Central, I will comment and comment very well. So I don't want to comment beyond, my area of coverage. Having said this, you see, Governor Yaya Bello interests, yes, he has a right, just like any other, even you have the right to come out to say you want. In terms of whether we are supporting him or not, I mean, when we get to the bridge, we'll cross it. But we accept him as our son, and we like his courage for coming out. And, I mean, he come out early. I'm sure other people from the North Central will still come out when the time, everybody has their own strategy. But I want to tell you, anybody from North Central that comes out, we would support them because they're our own, provided this criteria of competency is there. And we have a way of judging them. We know them. We know ourselves. So, of course, we prefer some, because when we are talking about being shortchanged, number one, we have never been president of this country, politically. We have never. So, if you want to base it on those zones that have not, we are as qualified as any other zone that are looking for it, that have not got it yet. You know, we have some 3 or 4 zones, 3 zones that have never. I know of Northeast, I know of North Central, and maybe Southeast. So these are the zones if we want to do it on that. But we maintain the fact that the most competent person, you know, is qualified. And you see, answering your question, whether if somebody competent from Katsina comes out, it's free. I mean, we will not oppose anybody that wants to come out. But you see, when the chiefs are down, I'm just not the only person that knows Central. Yes, I'm a critical stakeholder. At the right time, we'll sit down and say, among all these people that are out, who do we think can move this country forward? But mostly, you must remember, Nigerians like balancing. They say, okay, let us first of all consider those people those zones that have not produced. You understand? So even if you are counting those zones, North Central is among of those people. Not only, you see, not only in the presidency is just being celebrated too much. Let us look at other areas and interests in this country. There are so many that, you know, unfortunately we want to close our eyes, you know, for reasons known to us. Because the power of the president is too much, they believe he can make and not make. But you see, we have been shortchanged in all spheres, majority, I can tell you that. In all. That is not central, not central.
Not central.
Yes, yes, yes. No, I'm not talking of presidency now, I'm talking in all sphere, you know. So this is what, you know, our being shortchanged is not just presidency. I said there are other areas by which you have been shortchanged. You say what? Let me give you a good example. Abuja, FCT, they don't have a minister. They have not been allocated a ministerial seat. It's part of us. And I think it's an abnormality. Because they said, Abuja is not a state. What of the people that are there? They are in the National Assembly. Do you give them ambassadorial? You said they are not right to be given. They went to court, they won. You didn't listen to them. This is injustice, and it's not fair. Okay, Niger Delta, you cannot, most go to the records. Minister of Petroleum, Minister of Niger Delta, they are from that region, all the way. Look at Abuja. The best they can give us is a Minister of State, which is only 2 times or so they have given us. The Minister of Abuja is not here. It's not within the zone. We are not saying someone from Abuja, but the zone. These are part of it. And if I give you a record, you are journalists, go and do your homework. Chief Executive of Parastatals, from one state, I won't mention the state, in Northeast. From one state, the chief executive they have is more than all the one put together from North Central. You know it. I just don't want to say it. It's Bauchi. So that's it. So what are we talking about here? And we say we have equal stake in this project called Nigeria? The answer is no. Our sons and daughters are feeling it. You know, and you know, we are part and parcel of the North. We are not separating ourselves. We are not some group that says they want to go to the South. You cannot change the geography. You have to stay where God has created you, but you can agitate for your rights. And that's what we're talking about. Thank you.
So you asked the question, if the zone...
I've answered.
He has answered. He says, when it comes to preference, he has preference for North Central.
Yeah.
Any other question?
Oh, well, okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
My pleasure.